I am Sharon Tinberg, owner of Rags to Riches, Success Made Easy. And I am here today for 3 reasons. Number 1, to wish you happy holidays. Number 2, to wish you the very best of success in 2021. And number 3, to share with you the only goal I set each year to attain $1.98 million in revenue per year when I left my business in 2008. I truly am diverting from my normal topic, which is training. I'm doing that because I feel this is one thing, once a year, that is actually more important than training. Goal setting. I decided to take this diversion partly because I spoke to a client this past week who I had not spoken to in 10 years. I did some consulting work with him way back then. When he first called 10 years ago, his goal was very simple and defined. He wanted to build his business big enough, large enough to be able to be an absentee owner and live in another country. Basically not working his business at all, but living on the profits. I believe this is the goal of many residential and commercial cleaning service owners. Well, probably the goal of most business owners, right? When he called me in 2010, he was stuck in the proverbial $600,000 to $800,000 revenue per year roadblock that many owners get stuck in for a couple of years. This really is the roadblock that is the catalyst that makes many owners call me. This client worked his way through it, and by God, he made his goal, which is why I haven't heard from him in 10 years. He raised his revenue far above the $1 million level and moved to another country. Now for the rest of the story. He called because he was back becoming engaged in his business and he was looking for training materials. He said one lesson he learned through all this that I truly advocate is that absentee ownership just does not work. If you don't want to be engaged in your business, sell it. He has been back for a couple of years. He had to buy out the partner that was running the business, but he's back over 1.2 million, yay. And he said he did that by focusing on 3 important things that complimentary he said he learned from me. And the number one was know your numbers and set a repeat client goal every single year. I thought this was a good time of the year for me to share that comment with you and that suggestion. I would submit to you that the only number you really need to stay focused on and, of course, create a plan and implement to make those numbers is your repeat client count. That can be your only goal for the year. As he said, when I first called him, he didn't even know what his repeat client count was. He could find it, but he certainly didn't have it at the top of his head, much less how many clients he was losing every day. I talked to a lot of owners who do not know their repeat client count, and they are still great success stories. But I'd rather not talk about those other owners and the money they're leaving sitting on the table. I'd rather talk about you. Do you know your repeat client count right now without looking it up? Do you know it every day? I often speak about the 754 repeat clients I had when I left my business in 2008. I will submit to you again that is the reason why I had 754 repeat clients way back then. I don't say I had about 700 or 800. I say 754. I say that because that was a number that was on the wall chart when I walked out the door my last day. I even kept a wall chart. Sadly, it's from a couple months before my final day, and that wall chart ended at 786. So I guess the lesson from that wall chart is the impact of the lack of engagement and focus on your repeat client count can make on your repeat client count. Remember I said I left at 754? That chart said 786. In less than 3 months, we lost 32 repeat clients because we weren't focused. Scary, really. In today's climate, I believe you can set a goal of 15 to 25% increased revenue for next year and have absolutely no problems hitting it. I'm talking to people who are making 20%, 38%, 50% revenue over last year at this time. But concurrently, you can also decrease your repeat client count if you don't keep an eye on it. You get what you focus on. I could list 10 reasons, 20 reasons, 30 reasons why I think repeat clients are what this business is all about and the only thing you should focus on. One was my $2 million worth of revenue. But I think you know that. Well, just in case you don't, I just have to mention one example. Money, which is what we're all really looking for. A really good one-time client. If you do a deep clean, you do all the tasks, big house, you could stay there a day and a half. Will generate $1,000 of revenue for that day for one cleaning. But that's an outstanding client, and let's face it, you don't get those every day. Now let's talk about an average repeat client. Say 18 to 2,400 square feet, repeat, regular clean every time, you're billing out at a rate of like $45 per hour. That client's going to bring you $3,800 in a year. And for a lot less effort on the part of your cleaners, much less your administrators, or you if you're the administrator. In order to make that kind of revenue with a one-time client, 4 times you would have to quote, close, book, or schedule, and set up billing for 4 different clients. Or you sell one and it's there. You get what you focus on. Have you set a goal for your repeat client count for the end of 2021 net? Tomorrow I will give you some ideas, some benchmarks for what's a reasonable and attainable goal for a repeat client count. I hope you can join me. Until then, keep smiling, have fun, happy holidays, and enjoy the rest of your day.